There it is.
that would make me think,
Wow.
is it me? Like,
Let me
is
just
there
mute
something
this. Hold on.
happening?
Mute that. And then unmute that. Hello, everybody. Look, we're in our. This is a pre-live stream. Sushi. Game of Roses t-shirt. Tasha's got all the sushi. There we are. We're watching it. Okay. Back to the regular scheduled program. Just wanted to say hi. Trying something new here. Okay, bye.
I honestly came
And it was like from that point, I realized that I was starting to fall for you, and it just kept, it kept getting like more and more.
Are you
and,
still? How
Oh, look at the
rude.
TV.
too physical and funny. And then I was like.
here it is.
disregard. I wanna mess up your covers.
Feel free to call the voicemail line. Everybody out there, 401-213-9828. Call the voicemail line. Let me know what you guys think about the Part 1 finale. Be back in 2 minutes. 401-213-9828.
Ever happened to you? Here's your time to shine. Now show me what you can do. The way my hands feel on your body, the way we're dancing in the dark. With every move I make, you're falling. The way my lips feel on your body, the way we're moving in the dark. With every breath we take, you're falling. I ain't got no time for romance, but baby I don't want to lead you on. Not looking for something steady, not ready for that. I'm the best thing that has ever happened to you. Here's your time to shine. Now show me what you can do. Make a move. The way my hands feel on your body, the way we're dancing in the dark. With every move I make, you're falling. The way my lips feel on your body, the way we're moving in the dark. With every breath we take, you're falling. Every breath that we're taking, with every step you're falling in love. With every move that I'm making, every breath that we're taking, with every step you're falling in love. With every move that I'm making, I'm the best thing that has ever happened to you. Here's your time to shine. Now show me what you can do. Make a move. The way my hands feel on your body, the way we're dancing in the dark. With every move I make, you're falling. The way my lips feel on your body, the way we're moving in the dark. With every breath we take, you're falling.
Oh my gosh, are we ready to start this thing or what? Hold on a second. I'm putting this stuff on. All right. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hey, everybody. How are you? Dave Neal, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Nation News. Oh, let's get into it. All right. Leave a voicemail. Let me know what you guys thought of that episode. There were good moments. There was boring moments. As far as two-part finales go, by the way, we have a trending earthquake notification in San Francisco right now. Let's go right into that. What happened? Oh, wrong one. Wrong button there. Give me a second, folks. Wrong display. What's happening here? Earthquake in the Bay Area. That's not it. I didn't feel an earthquake while we're 6 hours away. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, boy, can you imagine a nice earthquake? I mean, we obviously want everyone to be safe and happy. Put a hat on here. I'm kind of feeling big hat energy. It's really dark over here tonight. Maybe I should... All right. I'm a little manic over here. A lot to get into. Let me get the chat pulled up. I'm a little behind. If you saw me live stream earlier, we were eating sushi in the other room. You know, I got to eat sushi, and then I got to move the whole channel over here. You know, lots to do as we play this out. So let's go play some music here. What happened to the music? Music should be fine. What about this one? Nicole said it was genuinely hard to watch Rachel fake her smile at the end of the episode. Do you guys think Rachel's faking it? Do you think she's in an okay place? Yeza says Rachel is the villain. I have to say, I like to judge people by how they act live, and I thought Rachel actually did a much better job live than she came off on the TV. I also, and I'll talk about this more in my recap tomorrow, I also felt like Avon was kind of like walking on eggshells around her, which can happen if you feel like, you know, Avon, you know, everything Avon said to her, she kind of like took his words and twisted them. It felt like, you know, he's like, look, it's not that I'm not going to get, you know, engaged. It's just that I'm, you know, and she would be like, what? And like, it was one of those like, like everything she wanted him to be, he then became. Does that make sense? All right, let me just pull up some content here. Looks like we got lots of voicemails to get into, so let's just play your voicemails.
Hey, Dave, it's me, Celeste.
Hey, Celeste.
I'm here in Beeville, Texas, and tonight's episode was just mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. And I was very excited to see Big Tony. I thought his style really was spot on. Real men do wear pink, and I'm excited to see how the journey ends. Okay, thanks, bye.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that. Yeah, Big Tony. I mean, look, Big Tony, he cares about his daughter. He gets sucked into this whole process. What's he supposed to do about it, All right. We've got a phone call from Jen here in North Carolina.
Hi, Dave. This is Jen from North Carolina.
Hey, Jen.
I had actually left a comment on your video, but I just wanted to reiterate to you how much your community appreciates you. Losing 20 followers in the 57,000 followers that you have is really nothing. And if those people are the type of people that want to leave over your content, we just say arrivederci.
Bye.
I definitely had always identified, or at least growing up, I'm Christian, so my beliefs have always been more conservative, but ever since 2016, a lot of that has been in question, and I just wanted to say that I truly, truly appreciate how you approach topics, whether people align in those beliefs or not. You just go about it very respectfully, and I also think that you have challenged those who do have different beliefs to actually maybe expand our views and see that there are different ways to think about things and better ways for us to pursue happy lives and be able to create happy lives with other people. So anyways, thank you, Dave. Keep up the good work. You have created such an amazing platform in the years that you've been on here. So have a great night. I hope you feel better.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been a little under the weather, but as you know, we're going to cook our way through it. I appreciate all the support from everybody that's out there. It means a lot to me. Whenever it's one of those things, you like compliments, but when you get them, you're like, all right, come on. No, but I really do appreciate you guys. I'd go to war for all of you. Sarah said, of course, our moderator, Sarah said, Avon apologized more than he should have. He wasn't wrong for feeling like he had to seem ready, and once reality hit, he's like, well, I want to continue and see you. In the real world, that's beyond reasonable. Yeah, I think Avon was beyond reasonable. And I think, of course, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves, but I think by Rachel having her eyes on an engagement versus like letting it all just play out, I mean, I think you put blinders on, you paint red flags white. All right, BT says, Dave, you're an icon. Oh, come on. I don't know about that, but thank you so much. All right, yeah, let's go. With lots of voicemails to get through, so let's just keep plowing through as they do. Let's go to Amy.
Hey, Dave. It's Amy Lynn, I think is my username on YouTube. I hope you're feeling better. And that was quite the episode. I did that Discord chat thing for the first time. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I like that. Staying connected with everybody was cool. But for that episode, boy, Rachel and the crying, it's a lot. She's a lot. And I feel for people, but it's just a lot. She's too high maintenance for me. But for both of them, it's really sad to me how much abandonment issues they seem to have. I understand what Gabby has said about her mom, and that would certainly cause that. But the fact that they seem to need the attention of some guy to feel whole or good enough is just really sad, and sad that we exploit it and then love the drama of it. And I love it all the same. But, that's all. Thanks. Keep up the good work. I hope you feel better. Bye.
Thank you so much. I think I'll feel great for tomorrow. As soon as we're done with the live stream, I'm going to have some NyQuil and maybe some of that devil's lettuce and go have a nice long sleep. I actually have a very early morning tomorrow. I'm going to be helping Tasha film something, and so I'll have my recap pretty early in the day tomorrow. Now, as far as the abandonment issues go, I don't know with Rachel if it's abandonment issues. I think it's more so not wanting to look stupid, which is an insecurity. With Gabby, of course, she's had the issue with her mom, being not having that communication line open. But again, I'm no psychologist. I just know, I know, look, you take the most level-headed person, they go on this show and it messes with them. It's psychological warfare. I think they do generally become stronger afterwards. But, I mean, look, even trying to find it right here. Even, let's see, Claire Crowley just posted that she's got PTSD and other issues, not just stemming from the show, but she's had her own, a lot of things going on. By the way, Dahlia gave a $10 super chat. Thank you so much to Dahlia for that super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so how the contestants handle all of the issues that are presented, it's a genuine question that has to be asked. We know it's not necessarily always. Oh, it still says pre-show. I'm sorry about that. I just realized it said pre-show. Hold on a second while I fix this for you guys here. Oh, we're doing this live on air. That's right. After show live. Let's just throw that in there. Slide it. Bing, bang. Oh, I'm going to have to fire my producers. We're at 500 people in the chat. Hello, everyone. If you're new to the channel, good to see you. Hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. We're going to have tons of content tomorrow. You know us. We made 5 videos today. Lots to talk about. Who's going to be the next Bachelor? How Gabby might have spoiled her ending. We've got so many videos out there. So anyway, this is the after show. So let's talk about this. But of course, I might have a video on this tomorrow. Claire says, excuse me, do you regret being the Bachelor? She said, I was in one of the darkest, lowest places in my life after the show, for sure, for a while. I also have a lot of PTSD from so many things that I have not shared publicly. Well, you know what she has shared publicly is that her family has sued, I believe, the Catholic Church from childhood issues. That's a whole nother story. But I will say, she says, the thing I pride myself on is resilience. And I have to say, Gabby and Rachel, they will be stronger for this. Just like Clayton is, just like Blake Horstman is and other past contestants, they will end up stronger. But again, it's one of those, what doesn't kill you makes you strong. What doesn't kill you makes you, that whole deal. But of course, there is still that worry that you're messing so much with people's mental health that such things could happen. And we just totally hope that everyone that watches the show takes stress off of them. I think more so now people start to realize, hey, these are humans. But then again, I think the people that watch my channel are more educated with the process than your general audience. I truly believe that. So I think your general audience watches this thinking they would have done better. And newsflash to everyone out there, none of us would do better. We would all do different, but we wouldn't necessarily do better because the show knows how to pull at us. All right, lots to get into here. Let's see. This is Brittany. Let's go. Brittany in Georgia.
Hi, Dave. This is Brittany. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, Brittany.
And I was just calling. The part 1 of the finale was definitely crazy. But I feel so, like my heart just breaks for Rachel.
Yeah.
Like at the end when they were closing out, you could just see the pain on her face, and she looked like she was like holding back tears. And obviously because of all of like the spoilers with Reality Steve and with, thanks to your channel. We know how.
I'm not going to say, hold on. I want to make sure we don't have any spoilers. No, yeah. So I'm going to have to skip through the next part. I just want to make sure we don't share any spoilers.
So I know a lot of people during the whole season have been going really.
All right. I'm just making sure there's no spoilers here.
Hard on Rachel. But, it really just shows, it just showed me that she's still a person. She's a real human. She has real feelings. She has real emotions.
Yes.
And, some of us ladies are just hopeless romantics, just like her. And so at the end of the day, she didn't get her love story that she, was longing for. And it just really breaks my heart to see.
Yeah, but we'll have to see how it goes. So obviously the love story with Avon wasn't really something. I mean, I think the question that we ask is, did Rachel and Avon, what was Avon going to be Rachel's final pick? Because now it'll show with her and Tino if something else happened. Is Tino the consolation prize? And when Tino watches this back, does he feel that way? Those are questions we don't have answers to yet, but thank you so much for the phone call.
Hey, Dave and everybody. It's Stu from Southeast Pennsylvania. I'm going to say something that I think a bunch of people are going to say, is that the last 15 minutes of that show what the heck? Also, Rachel looked completely miserable on stage. Her body language was completely different from Gabby's. It was just, it made my heart stop, honestly. And they just kept standing there, and Jessie kept talking, and I was like, please, like, get this girl off stage. Everybody's clapping around her, and she's like, I can only imagine what's going through her head. So I know that we'll chat on that. I know a bunch of people are going to mention that because we've been talking about it in the chat since before the live stream started. So, all right, everybody, have a great night. I can't wait to see next week's episode. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, of course. Next week will be great. Thank you so much, Stu. Jen says $2.79 Canadian cents from Jen says, Derek said to pay you for tolerating me. Yeah, I accept babysitting fees. I'm like for the men and women out there, I will take your partner and I will keep them busy for an hour or two. Elizabeth, who just called, said, I feel like we are in a hugely crowded room and I have to yell, join the Patreon. Yeah, we have 508 people in the chat. Of course, we do the Patreon every single day, which is behind the scenes content. Tomorrow, we might have a different time. I'll let you guys know depending on this shooting schedule I have tomorrow. But we go live on Patreon at patreon.com/Dave Neal, behind the scenes content where you get to watch me basically run my channel and run how we make all of our videos and how we do it so fast. Because as you know, we made 6 videos today. So there's a lot to talk about and a lot to make. Celeste said, Dave, have you seen the post from Tino's dad? He's just blasting Bachelor Nation. Are there new posts from Tino's dad? If so, somebody get those over to me. I haven't seen them yet. I'll try to look into them. All right, so let's see here. Natalie said, you guys see Tino's dad's Facebook post. All right, I'll check out this Tino's dad's Facebook post in a second. Let's see what we have for voicemails.
It's Dontario Jackson. I was just calling to say Tino's a dirty dog. I know he did bad, and I know he did wrong, and it's all going to come out next week. You guys just wait.
All right, so Dontario Jackson says Tino's a dirty dog. All right, here some other voicemails.
So I'm just watching the final minutes of the show tonight, and it's funny, Gabby's laughing and smiling, and Rachel looks like somebody shot her dog or something.
Jeez.
So you can almost see what's going to happen next week on their faces. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like they're easy to read. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, look, I think pretty much everyone knows that Gabby's story ends. I mean, look, we genuinely don't know how this plays out. So for people that are saying, oh, here are the spoilers, if you know my channel and everything I've been covering in the spoiler section, we don't have the answers. We don't know what goes down. By the way, I love this lighting, though. But people are looking at photos like this, and they're going, geez, it looks like Gabby's done well. I mean, you can't really project here. Maybe Rachel is living her best life. Although I do have to say, when Rachel was talking with Zach, I thought they were going to, make out. When they were talking, she did such a good job of, being very present and squared up to these guys that I thought she came off like a single person would, I thought she came off very much like giving that extra energy. We'll have to see.
Dave, you just came up on my TV screen. I just want to let you know that you are muted, okay? I don't want you doing the show all muted and stuff, okay?
Oh, thank you so much. I said earlier, if you rewind back to the beginning of the live stream, I was saying hi to people while I was eating sushi. But, of course, I messed that up.
Hello. I am from Edmonton, Canada.
Hi.
And I just want to say thank you for covering the show, and I really enjoy watching your show. And I just want to know you guys, you and your girlfriend helped me out with my mental health, and I'm on medical leave, and it just, whenever you appear online, whether it's about The Bachelor or any other topic, you guys truly bring up my mood. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
Have a good day.
Thank you so much for being a part of our crowd. We really appreciate you there. And we appreciate everyone who's been so committed to sharing that love with us. So Joe Franco, who I've conversed with, seems like a nice guy. He seems like he's got a very dry sense of humor. Posted this earlier. Bachelor Nation will be sorry when they won't have me to kick around. And so will Sam Rubin. It's an ongoing joke between Sam Rubin from KTLA, who I might have criticized Tino. I'm not sure. Big Tony, you'll have to wait your turn. Smiley face. Watch The Bachelorette tonight at 8 for the yawn most shocking finale ever. Just part 1. So glad it's almost over. Yeah, Joe Franco's just having fun with it, guys. This is a dad having fun on his Facebook. You know what I mean? Not a big deal at all. Here we go.
Hi, my name's Dave, and I'm from your mom's house.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you.
Bruce from Oregon. Dave, this show has gone on like 10 minutes over its allotted time. Does ABC not understand that we live in a society, and as a society we have certain rules, and you have to follow the rules? All right, that's all I got. What a mess. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, no, absolutely, Bruce. I mean, what is this? The U.S. Postal Service? We're running late and everything. Come on, we got rules here. Thank you. Yeah, so they ran late. I'm trying to see if there's any other pre-show comments.
My name is Susie. I'm from an igloo in Antarctica, and I just want to say that I don't like Rachel, and I wish you would start the live stream already, please. I'm waiting.
All right. Well, you have great internet reception in your igloo in Antarctica.
I am so proud of Rachel for letting Avon go, because I'm sorry, if you're not dying to be with me, then why exactly are you here? This is the type of man that will have you waiting 7 years for an engagement. Team
All right.
Rachel all the way.
All right, there it is. Team Rachel. But it's like, look, come on. Because he's not ready in 3 weeks, he's now going to wait 7 years. You got to give the guy a grace period. Give the guy a grace period. All right. Let's go to Ashley. We got a lot of calls to get to.
Hey Dave, it's Ashley from Florida, and I'm watching the episode right now where Avon basically says that he's not ready to get engaged. And I honestly think he just went on the show to see how far he could get and to get on Bachelor in Paradise, because I don't see a real connection that he has with her. And it's like, why would you even join the show if you're not ready to get engaged? Would you join the Olympics if you had a broken leg? I don't understand. Thanks, bye.
Well, look, but okay, let's use your and I love the phone call. I love a good hypothetical. Why would you go on the show if you're not ready to get engaged? Would you join the Olympics if you had a broken ankle? What if you join the Olympics and then on episode 6 of the Olympics, you broke your ankle? So what I mean by that is you're going on the show before you meet someone saying, I'd get engaged, and then you meet the person and you go, I ain't there yet. It doesn't mean you're not getting there. It just means you're not there yet. You know, you got, like, I like cake, but it takes 22 minutes to bake cake at 350 degrees. Would I eat it at 10 minutes? Yeah, but it's going to be a little gooey, but that's because, I eat cake, but it ain't ready yet. Some of these relationships take a little bit longer to mature, if you will. All right, we have probably a lot of voicemails still to get to here. Let's go to Caroline.
Hi.
Oh, I can't play yours because you gave away something there, so I just can't play that, but let's keep going here.
Hey Dave, it's Ashley from Florida again. I already know that all of the Rachel haters are going to be calling in and calling her immature and too emotional. Listen, half of y'all are still hung up on a guy who ghosted you a year ago. So don't come at Rachel for being emotional in a very intense situation. She's a girl. It's what we do. We're emotional creatures, okay? Have some empathy.
Oh, Ashley. Ashley just owned you guys. Ashley goes, oh, you want to come at Rachel? You ain't even over your own ex. Oh, I love it. Love it. And I actually don't think too many people are being very critical of Rachel. Rachel's very aware of her emotions. I just think, when Rachel like uses Avon's words against him, I was like, the guy kept on telling you, this is what I hate when you fight with somebody and they'll use old words, but you said this, and it's like, this is what I'm saying now. I'm clarifying. We need to normalize, understanding what people are telling us. All right. Jay Doug said, trying to join your Patreon, and for some reason, Patreon is not accepting my card. Send me a DM, and I'll try to help you. I don't know too much about the back end on that, but send me a DM. We'll see what we can do about that. Of course, we're going to be live on Patreon for the rest of the week. That's where we have all the private membership content. If you're on Patreon, you can vouch for me. When I say very often, we'll get like voice notes from Reality Steve. We'll get phone calls from past contestants, like voice mails from past contestants. And we have a lot of behind the scenes content. If I can't share it publicly because the story's not ready yet, I workshop it with the Patreon. It's a ton of fun. And it's all the behind the scenes content. Okay, let's keep going with all of these wonderful voicemails.
Hey Dave, it's Roxanne from Texas. Just finished watching the most dramatic season ever. If I had $1 for every time you said that, I mean, it wouldn't be much, but if you said it that much. Anyways, this just made me realize the show has just really run its course, because definitely feel like they're losing ratings, because I feel like they make the show just around drama, and they try to reel people in through the drama, and then the drama is really not that great, and then you don't have a good love story. It's like we need one or the other. Like, give us a good love story by picking decent people and setting them up for having a successful love story. This whole Bachelorette, and then it was just a mess of a season. Yeah, I think it's that's it for them. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you so much. So, people in the comments are saying Joe's posts aren't that bad. It's seriously the comments that are the issue, Dave. I don't know what you're talking about. Someone can call in and explain this to me. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm trying to read, talk, and type at the same time. All right, let's go back to Canada.
Hi, Dave. Mrs. B from Hamilton here. I just wanted to hug Rachel that whole episode. She looked so fucking sad. I don't know what's going on with Gabby. She looked kind of neutral to me. I saw some people being that she looked sad too, but I disagree. She looked pretty neutral to happy to me. I wanted to hug Rachel. She just looked so sad and so stone-faced through the whole thing. And an update for everybody. I ordered a pizza with chicken and feta and pineapple on half. And it was actually really good. And then I ordered chicken wings, and they didn't send me any flatties, so I'm pretty pissed about that. Yeah, they were all the one bone. Don't like that. Anyways, bye.
Wait, hold on. You had pizza with chicken and pineapple? Let me tell you something, Jen. Don't bring that you can't chicken and pineapple? Was the chicken at least barbecue chicken? You can't just have willy-nilly chicken on your pizza with pineapple? Yuck. That sounds disgusting. Bon appetit.
Hey, Dave. It's Julie. I'm calling in. Last time I called in, it was the last finale. So, wow. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'm so frustrated with them dragging this whole finale out. I mean, at least just make it tomorrow, not a week from today. I also didn't feel I don't know. I just felt like this was a planned out kind of finale. I didn't feel the emotion, or I have no attachment to Avon, and I didn't feel the attachment to any of these players here. But and I have in the past. I mean, I've definitely been more into the show than I am right now. Hopefully next week I'll feel differently. But I'm definitely here to say that I think they're setting up to have, what's his name, The Bachelor. I forgot his name already. See, I told you I'm not into this whole thing. What's his name? Oh, God, I'm blanking out. The one with Rachel, the one that they broke up, the
Zach.
first one. I forgot his name already.
Zach.
Anyway, I think they're setting him up to be The Bachelor. I'm saying it now.
I don't think so.
if you could fill in the name for me, he's the one I think they're going to
Zach.
make into The Bachelor. The one that left the show. Okay, that's it. Sorry, I think this is over a minute. Keep up the great work. Love tuning in every day to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. And Jen said unsubscribing due to the bullying for the chicken and pineapple. Hey, do you, boo? Frozen Girl said Dave does the most on Patreon that I've ever seen. It's worth it for sure. Oh, yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I mean, so like as Teresa says, 120 minutes per day, which I can't always guarantee, but let's just search calculator. Let's just see what we have here for calculator. It's basically, I think I can pull this up. Oh, let's do this. We pull this up here. Let's get the notepad going. We do 120 minutes a day times probably 20 days a month, right? So we have 2,400 minutes divided by $5. Did I do that right? No. 5 divided by 2,400 equals. So it's basically about for every 5 minutes, it costs you 1 penny. Did I do that right? Did I do that? Oh, sorry. I wasn't showing you guys the math. That's where I was doing the math. Anyway, the point is, it's like, if you want to be a part of the community, it's, and it's actually less than $5 a month if you buy it for the year. Okie dokie. Next voicemail. Let's go to Dan. I believe this is Dan.
Hey, it's Jen again.
Oh,
I'm
Jen.
sorry. I have to talk about this really quick. The whole Zach situation. I feel like something more went down. They seemed like a really strong couple, and they seemed like a strong couple going into the overnight. And then the next morning, something about the way that she treated him led this guy to tears. I know that he was very gracious on stage, but I don't know, like she just seemed really cold afterwards. And, after she has talked about how she wants to be treated, it seemed like she was very cold towards him. And we probably won't get the answers, but I'm very curious as to what changed, what happened that night that made things so weird and so awkward,
Yeah. I mean, maybe the sex wasn't good. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? Who knows? Who really knows? Gossip Gal says, what I love about Dave is that he listens to the voicemail straight through. He doesn't cut anybody off. Very, very cool. Well, once in a while I cut people off, but I cut somebody off a little while ago because they were sharing an illegal stream. And I don't want to share anything illegal on our channel just because I want to give zero ammunition for people to report the channel. So if I've cut you off, it's because you've either started to spoil something or you've gone off in any sort of direction that we can't have on the channel. I have to sort of, make sure that we take care of our terms and agreements here.
Okay, Dave, it's Julie again from Florida. I forgot to say that before. Now that I've collected my thoughts, I still don't know that guy's name, but I do want to say something about Rachel. The fact that, she is young, but what irritated me the most was that they were dancing around, she and Avon were dancing around the whole, I'm not ready to get engaged in 2 weeks. Like, why didn't he come out and just say that? And why didn't she just say, I want the engagement? They didn't say that. They didn't verbally say that to one another. And I just felt like they were dancing around that whole thing. She also, I don't know, the whole, I'm not leaving here without an engagement, just screamed, I don't want to say desperate, because I don't think she's desperate. But I just think it screams like,
needy?
Why doesn't she just see beyond this whole thing? There's been other bachelorettes and bachelors that have come off the show dating and perhaps got engaged later on. Why couldn't she see beyond that? I don't know. But to give something up that could have been really good, I didn't see it between Rachel and Avon, but point being is that did she give it up because she really was into Tino? Probably. I don't know that she would have let go of him if she felt that it was really Avon. Anyway, again, I wish I could remember that other guy's name. I just can't.
Zach.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. Yeah, look, saying you want an engagement, you should want an engagement, but you shouldn't say that's the be all end all, because then you might get engaged to somebody that you shouldn't have been engaged to. Okay, I think we've all beat the dead horse here. Heather Booker with a $3 super chat. Thank you so much, Heather, and I appreciate everyone who's been donating. It really helps out the channel. Thank you all so much.
Hi, Dave. It's Roxanne again
Hey,
from Texas. Well, it's actually Midland, Texas. Like I've never opened up about that with you, but like we were getting there. Like it just needed some time. It doesn't mean I wasn't ready yet. I just felt like we'd be ready later down the line for these kinds of things. Like Ashley said, Ashley called me out and made me realize that, we're all just girls and, I should show some empathy towards Rachel. And I've been like so mean towards Rachel. So what, she's crying all the time over everything. She's just a girl. Anyways.
All right, she's just a girl, and I'm just a boy, and we're just on a live stream. Thank you. I like that we've got conversations happening from different people through me. I'm like the dispatch. It's like breaka. We've got a phone call. We have a voicemail here from Texas v Florida. There, nothing like Texas and Florida getting in on it.
Hi, Dave. It's Linda from Indianapolis.
We love Linda.
I've been watching this show since the very first season. And it's no more shaking or shocking than it's ever been. But, they really did a lot of franking, biting, or whatever they want to call it, and messed with us a lot. Rachel will be fine. Gabby will be fine. Of course, Gabby's already fine. She's on Dancing with the Stars.
True.
Keep doing what you're doing, Dave. Bye.
Thank you so much. The famous Linda in Indianapolis. Oh, Linda. Linda's like, I think Linda collectively is like the aunt of she's an aunt of Bachelor Nation. She just has that like warming aunt energy we appreciate from you. Linda in Indianapolis. Indiana. Does that make you a Cornhusker? Is that Indiana? Alrighty. One thing we haven't talked about, like we have right here on the screen. Why are you yelling at me? Rachel, my guy barely raised his voice. Why are you yelling at me? I feel like, why are you punching me? I'm not touching you. Why are you doing this? It's like, whoa, hold on. All right. Did you get that on camera? So the preview for Tuesday, for next episode, we have Rachel accusing Tino of saying something. And then Tino says, I literally didn't say that. Well, I hope that the editors capture what actually was said and we can see who's conflating whose story and all that jazz. All that jazz.
Dave, Bruce from Oregon, we got to go back and enhance. I heard with the pizza that the chicken was on one half and the pineapple was on the other half. Is that true? Or was they all on the same side? We got to figure it out because that's a huge, huge difference. All right, bye.
Well, here's the deal. I don't like it either way. It's going into the same stomach. I don't mind bacon and pineapple, but I don't do poultry and pineapple, okay? The only way I do chicken on a pizza is if it is barbecue chicken. I don't know of another chicken that goes on a pizza. That's just me, old simpleton Dave. Back to Jen.
Hey everybody, Mrs. B from Hamilton here. I would just like to announce my formal unsubscription to Dave Neal's channel due to his bullying about my pizza choices. That was really rude of you, Dave. It was delicious. Me and my aunt really enjoyed it. So, yeah, that was rude. That's all I want to call today. I'm not unsubscribing. I love you.
Oh,
Bye.
good. We won her back. We won her back. Now enjoy. Listen, I'm never one to turn down a pizza. I'm one of those types that's like at the beginning of the night, I'm like, oh my, the bar set so high, and then by the end of the night, I'm like, who wants a piece of this? That's what I feel like with pizza. I will eat pizza out of the garbage because I'm a garbage human. Dallas, you're up.
Hey Dave, it's Nicole in Dallas. Just wanted to say, I think Gabby wanting a proposal at the end of all of this, had more to do with just her fear of being unable to be loved because of what, maybe some abandonment issues from her mom. But I can sense that she doesn't want to put the pressure on Eric. She still would, want to leave him and be with him, and I could sense that. However, I think Rachel wants to be engaged, regardless of who it's with at this point. And I think she really let a good one go with Avon, and she's settling for a red flag. So maybe it's two red flags that deserve each other. Anyways, I'm saying Avon for The Bachelor or Ethan King for The Bachelor, because Tino's acting like a real baby back bitch. All right. Good night.
Good night. So basically, you're suggesting that we have two red flags that deserve each other, and to that we can salute here to the United States of red flags. Hey, who knows? I mean, look, law of attraction. Maybe Avon. But then again, law of attraction, sometimes you need a partner like Rachel who's a little more skittish and anxious, and someone like Avon who's like calm water, and sometimes they work well together when you get to a certain level of trust. When you're trying to build a relationship, you need a little bit, you need an incubator. You need the environment to be as calm and protected as possible. Laura Michelson has a great point. She says, Dave, what about pineapple fried rice, chicken, shrimp, pineapple? Well, I'll tell you this. You bring up a great point. Pineapple belongs in the same conversation as rice, and so does chicken. Now, I wouldn't put shrimp in the same rice as I would put fried chicken, or fried rice, I should say. But let me tell you something. One of my fondest memories of going to Thailand was proposing to my now fiance, but also that night we got some pineapple fried chicken. And let me tell you something. The proposing was a once-in-a-lifetime memory, but that fried chicken with pineapple, not far behind. Let me tell you, you combine those two, and you got yourself a full stomach. Okie dokie, let's see what we have here. We're actually light on voicemails. I've got two more voicemails. So here's my last call for voicemails, 401-213-9828. I'm not going to go too long tonight. As you guys know, I've been pretty much under the weather, so I'm going to try to relax the rest of the evening. But last call for voicemails. And don't forget, if you're new to the channel, I do perform stand-up comedy all over. I've got a show in Monrovia Thursday night, and my tour schedule's not too crazy because I'm going to be away mid-October for the wedding. But if you want stand-up show information, go to Neal's on Instagram. And also, I've been sharing this. Do I have it popped up right here? I've got some clips that I've been putting together, which I'll be putting together more so tomorrow on the Patreon. But as the Patreon works, I hit this button right here, and it shares my full screen. And then what I do is on the Patreon, I show you literally my full workout session, which includes different stand-up comedy clips I'm putting together, how I'm doing different, all my shows and this and that. So if you want to see how that's all done, you can join me on the Patreon for that.
Grabbing the rebound and pushing.
Okay, so you can just see all that there. That'll be on the Patreon. Real behind-the-scenes look at the life of, somebody who's just trying to make content and get out of here. All right, couple more voicemails.
Hey Dave, it's Ashley. I don't see anything wrong with Rachel wanting an engagement at the end. She put her life on hold and she put herself out there for criticism. At the end,
so it's not that it's nothing wrong with wanting an engagement. It's like you got to read the room. It has to be natural. It has to happen. An engagement that is done through force is not going to last.
If she wants an engagement, there's nothing wrong with that. And the fact that these guys are like, oh, I don't know if I'm not ready. It's like if you put out a job posting and you interviewed people, and then when you gave them the offer, they're like, whoa, Dave.
Okay, but how about this? What if you put out a job posting and then I go to the interview and I go, I don't know if I like this job anymore. This job sounds pretty demanding. This job keeps crying. This job wants to put chicken and pineapple in the same conversation. I don't know about this job. Well, I thought you wanted the job. I did till I went on the interview. That's kind of where they're at.
Slow down there. I'm not ready to work. I mean, I know I spent an hour interviewing with you and gave you my resume, but hold your horses. Okay, it just doesn't make sense. If Rachel,
but also, and I love it. I love these analogies. Keep calling in. But it's also like it is a job interview, but both parties have to interview each other. Avon, he has to know that she's right for him, and it must be really scary to make that commitment 3 weeks in.
Rachel just wanted a boyfriend. She could go to a bar or go on a dating app. She put her life on hold, and she's there to get her a husband. That is the whole point. Thanks.
Appreciate the phone call. Yeah, that's the point. But maybe as a quote unquote job, she needs to do a better job of selling the full package that the of options that the company has. Are we still doing this metaphor?
It is Jen again, just struggling to get rid of me. So when it comes to the expectation of these shows and how we're always talking about the most dramatic season that goes on, but I would love to hear feedback, maybe not on tonight's live stream, but just like, let's discuss Brad Womack. Like,
Brad Womack.
him not choosing either of the girls at the end was pretty epic at the time and would still be pretty crazy at the time.
Yeah, not choosing anybody, just being like, look, I ain't feeling it. You know, I love it. I don't know if that will happen anytime soon. But, you know, we're in a conundrum here with multiple bachelorettes because now the Bachelor producers, they can find different endings. Like a lot of times they try to make like heartbreak and love and they try to pair it all with one. But right now what we've got is Gabby is the love story and Rachel's the dumpster fire. And of course, when they started the show, everyone said, don't pit them against each other. And they're not being pit against each other, but what they're doing is they're saying, all right, we don't need Rachel to find love if we can have Gabby find love. We can just have Rachel create mess. And we'll see. Maybe she'll recover from that mess. We'll have to see.
Hey, Dave. So I guess here's my real voicemail for the night. Throughout the episode, I didn't care too much about Gabby's story. It just is leaning on Happy to me. Rachel, again, like I said, just seems so stone-faced and sad through everything. And I feel like maybe, like, I don't know, there's something's up with that girl. Something's going on. I don't think she had a happy ending to this story. And when she was like, Avon, why are you yelling at me? I can't even criticize for her because that's literally me. Like, that's just me. I get, my husband will say, okay, you're right. And I will still say those words. Why are you yelling at me? It's girls, we're crazy. You must know what you're getting into unless Tasha's an anomaly and is a completely sane girl. There's a few of those out there. So maybe you got lucky. Anyways, have a good night, Dave. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. No, look, I mean, everyone's different. So Tasha will tell you how she's different from, you know, like how I'm different from her. And what you learn is you learn how to communicate with each other. But of course, when you're on a TV show, if you're Rachel accusing Avon of yelling at you, you have to be careful too, because it's like first of all, you've got so many things at play, which I don't want to dive into right now, but accusing Avon of raising his voice and yelling at you, it's a little bit like, yikes, be careful. You better but that's easier. It's easier to play the victim in heightened situations. And it feels like Rachel is kind of playing the victim. She's like, why are you yelling at me? Why are you making me feel this way? Why are you mischaracterizing me? It's a lot of like needy, why, right? And when you operate under the assumption that everyone's trying the best with the info that you have, like Rachel did when she wasn't in that heightened mood, you get to see Rachel and Avon have a very nice conversation in the after interview. But in that moment, she's like, why are you yelling at me? Oh my gosh. It's like you get triggered as if like you're being scolded by a parent. And when you learn that your significant other is not your parent, and when you learn that you need to be able to communicate in a way that's not, that is healthy, I think the longer you're in a relationship, the more you give a benefit of the doubt that both people are trying their best and using whatever tools they have to communicate. Because a win in a fight isn't being right; it's being able to communicate your message to your partner and have them reciprocate it. That's a true win. I think Avon and Rachel got there, but of course it was just kind of sloppy.
Hey Dave, it's Grace from Illinois. Did anybody else catch the sweaty pit shot of Avon? I'm sure when he saw that come across the screen, he was like, oh crap, what a terrible color choice for my shirt. So I know we all have our bodily functions, but dang, he was sweating.
Yeah. Well, it was hot and humid Florida, so yeah, lots of sweat going on there. I'm trying to find for Crowcat. He said he can't find the info about my Monrovia show. I posted it somewhere. I don't have the exact location, but here's the info of where it's going to be at. This isn't the show. This was the last week. So this will be this Thursday. I'll be on this show here at Myrtle Ave in Monrovia. But if you just follow my Instagram, I'll make sure to post it tomorrow. To be honest, I don't have my phone on me. It must be in the other room. But I'll or send me a DM and I'll get that info to you. I don't even know where Monrovia is, but it'll be a fun show, that's for sure. Okie dokie. Couple more voicemails here. Let's go to it. Jeff in Washington, D.C.
Dave, this is Jess from Washington, D.C. Listen, I've got a conspiracy theory if you're willing to put on your tinfoil hat with me. I think that Gabby was more responding to the producers, like when she was freaking out, rather than Eric, because it seemed like, you know, she was saying like, oh, it's not right to force him, and like, I'm so over this, and then she was saying like, I don't think that it's right to like make him do it if he's not ready. Like, it just seemed like maybe they were trying to make it seem like she was upset with Eric, but she was like more upset that they were putting the pressure on her. I don't know. I'm wondering what you're thinking about that. Okay, bye.
You know, it's a great point that you have there. A very good point. It could be a whole bunch of anything. Yeah, it could be miscommunication. It could be that she's wanting to. I think what the show does well is the show will take these contestants. They will exhaust them, and then they will sort of throw them to the wolves. And we don't know what the heck Gabby was thinking and who she was talking about, but it looked pretty clear that her and Eric have a great connection. So I'm pretty much in full thought that Gabby and Eric are going to be just fine. All right, so I found my show information. Here's my show on Thursday, Lords of Laughter. Here's where I will be on Thursday at 8:30 p.m., September 15th in Monrovia. It'll be a fun show. By the way, Willie Billy sent me a $10 super chat saying thank you. Thank you so much for that, Willie Billy. I appreciate you so much. You guys have been so kind today.
Hey, Dave. This is Brittany from Atlanta, Georgia again. Sorry about earlier for the spoilers. I didn't know that we weren't saying anything.
No, hey, first of all, no worries. You didn't really spoil anything because we really don't know how it ends, but thank you.
But anyways, I wanted to comment about the wanting the engagement comment. I think that the other caller said something about. So I agree with her. There's nothing wrong with wanting an engagement because I think about Rachel Lindsay on her season when it came down to her now husband, which is Brian, and the other guy, Peter. Peter was kind of like in the boat of like, I'm not ready for an engagement. I want to leave here with you. I want to see where this can go. I see a future with you, but I'm not ready for an engagement. And Rachel Lindsay was like, no, like I know what I want. I want an engagement because I want somebody to be committed to me. And she was referencing one of her past boyfriends, and she said that the other guy, Peter, sounded exactly like a previous relationship she had just gotten out of, where she spent years in that relationship, and there was no promise of a commitment. The difference with Rachel Lindsay and it's funny because both names are Rachel, but anyway, the difference with Rachel Lindsay and this Rachel from this season is I think that the man that Rachel Lindsay had left, which was her now husband Brian, he constantly showed that he cared about her. He constantly showed that he was ready for an engagement. He constantly showed that he was mature in his actions. And with this Rachel, the difference is that the only guy, in my opinion, who showed that was Zach. But at the end of the day, it didn't work out between them. They didn't click in the overnights. And now she's left with Avon, who wasn't sure, and he was saying the same thing, like, I'm not ready for an engagement. I still want to leave with you. I still want to be with you, but I'm not ready to take that next step. And then she has Tino, which we all feel like is red flags. So I think that's the difference, is that the men of this season for this Rachel, is different from the men of Rachel Lindsay's season, where she actually had, who is now her husband, Brian, she actually had somebody that was a solid foundation for her, and their love story really did shine through, versus this Rachel, who, Tino, he's not really showing any emotion. He has a lot of red flags. His family doesn't like her, And so there's a whole bunch of issues with this Rachel. So that's it. That's all I have to say. Bye.
Brittany in Atlanta, Georgia. Get your own recap channel. That was so good. You nailed it. You hit the nail on the head there. Thank you so much for your call. Compared Rachel Lindsay's season to this season, and yeah, I like it. Everything she said. All right, I've got 4 more voicemails. I turned the voicemail number off, so I'm going to have to get out of here. It's time for NyQuil Dave. I'm going to have some NyQuil, maybe give my lady a nice little massage on her little back. She's got a sore hip problem, and try to get some sleep in for tonight.
Hi, Jake. This is Mimi from Pittsburgh.
Oh, my gosh. Are you telling me we have Linda from Indianapolis and Mimi from Pittsburgh both calling in, the aunts of the Bachelor Nation news? Oh, I am so lucky to have you guys here. I'm truly, I know I sound like I'm kidding, but I'm so grateful for all of you out there.
Hi, Jake. This is Mimi from Pittsburgh. I'm the grandma
of the
group.
All right.
And I don't have any way of getting in touch with you to send you some Pittsburgh stuff. I'd like to know if there's a way. I only own a flip phone, so that doesn't do much. Let me know.
Oh, she's so kind.
Bye.
All right, Mimi, I will send you a private message, Mimi, with our P.O. box. But, of course, no one has to send us anything. You guys are already sending me enough love, Mimi. But Grandma Mimi with the flip phone. You know, I was actually never lucky enough to have real grandparents in my life. And yeah, that's what I've loved about my relationship is I was able to meet a couple of Tasha's grandparents before they passed. And, having some of you guys call in, it does kind of feel like we've got some of that older generational energy shining their love down on us. So on behalf of me and any other millennials and Generation Z, the Lindas, I'm not saying Linda's a grandma, I don't know her age, but the Mimis, Mimi called herself the grandma. And for all those others out there, the grandmothers of our crowd, we appreciate you. And we thank you for your adaptation to 2022 and the live stream technology. I know my mom doesn't know how to sign into the internet, but I appreciate you out there so much. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all of our adopted grandparents out there.
Hi, Dave. This is Katrina from Pasadena. I want to maybe go to your Monrovia show, and I just tried to look it up, and I'm having trouble finding it.
Okay, so you're the voicemail that said to, I thought that was, I thought when you call, I thought your YouTube first, I don't know why I assumed it was a man, but okay, so Katrina from Pasadena. Yeah, so now you have the Monrovia show. Do me a favor. I hate it when people come to a show and they don't tell me, because then I don't, I won't say hi, and then afterwards they'll say, oh, I saw you, but I didn't say hi. DM me on Instagram if you're going to come and let me know, or wherever, and come say hi and all that. It's not a fancy show. It's probably at a bar or something, but I'd love to say hi and take a photo and all that jazz.
Hey, following up to what I said about Brad Womack, because I realized I didn't preface it. Brad Womack was a bachelor years ago, and his final 2, he didn't propose to either of them, and didn't want to leave with either of them, and it was this whole big uproar. Then years later, Bachelor had him back, and then he got engaged to Emily Maynard, and then that relationship ended. But my point is that that was insane, watching him not choose either and just not even wanting to pursue either at all. It was just wild. The other time that I thought that an ending was truly crazy was when Jason literally flipped on Melissa to be with Molly, on the episode. That was some wild crap going on right there too.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of nefarious things. When you look at the show over its 20-plus year run, there's a lot of crazy things that have gone down within the community. Absolutely. You know, what's wild, though, is how charged we are with the internet now, that some of these things that went down in the first 10 seasons, they got away with murder. They really did. They didn't get held nearly to the standards of contestants today, but also contestants today are able to, profit off of their experience in ways that previous contestants couldn't.
Hi, Dave. It's Linda again. I was just calling back to say, people seem to be equating love with the engagement and putting the engagement before the actual feelings of being in love.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work that way. That's why we have so many that just don't work out. You keep up your good work there, Dave, and I'll talk to you next week.
Thank
Bye.
you so much, Linda in Indianapolis. Much appreciate you. Yeah, don't get ahead of it, right? If Evan's not ready to say he loves somebody, he sure as hell isn't ready to propose. So we've done a fantastic job of maintaining 550 people in the chat, which I appreciate you guys so much. If you haven't already, don't forget we've got Dave Neal Community. It's called Dave Neal's Community. If you look at the Facebook groups, I'm trying to see if I can show this to you. I hit the wrong one. Hold on one second here. If we go down like this, you can see Dave Neal's Community, facebook.com/groups/Dave Neal's Community, and you can be a part of that conversation. I'm going to play right now a song to head out to, which is, of course, just riddled with tags from one of our people in the community. It's riddled with different sayings and catchphrases and inside jokes and all that stuff. We're going to have a ton of content tomorrow. I need to go catch up on my sleep, but I appreciate all of you guys and all the love that you've brought out there. You all are doing the Lord's work, and thank you so much. So playing us out with this song, a rendition. I don't even know what it's called. I'm not kidding when I say my voice is gone. This is going to be it for me. Enjoy this last song and have a good night, everybody. Here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, Part 1 is over. We'll see you next week for Part 2. Hit it. What? Yo, there we go now.
Saw him standing there by his bookshelf.
Bye, everybody. Have a good one.
Some say he looks like Genevieve's relative. He's the ancestor of Jebediah. He's barrel scraping dead. And I could tell it wouldn't be long. He was for me, yeah, me. And I could tell it wouldn't be long. He was for me, yeah, me. Singing, I love his linen shirt. So put on your whistle and your red hat, baby. I love his videos. So breastfeed and watch with me. Ow! I smiled so high when he became a power recapper. The ultimate Belizean bad boy, it's all the same. He's doing the Lord's work so he can bring the tea. He digresses on, and he was for me, yeah, me. He mansplains on, and he was for me, yeah, me. Singing, I love cracking eggs so we can make an omelet, baby. I love triangle toes, so go do your dishes and watch with me. Woo! Ow! Hey, disgruntled females, be careful who you bang. Bumping Harrisons, and he was for me, yeah, me. They'll be pumping Palmer, singing, oh my God, yeah, with me. Singing, I love, we live in a world where he's critical of audio, baby. I love North Korea, so do your lesson plans and watch with me. I love that's Rubbish Dave, so keep calling out the PPP loans, baby. I love calling out Deborah, because it never makes up points with. I love calling out Linda, because she hates his mustache, baby. I love his live streams, he takes the time to make the perfect thumbnail. I love girls she don't know, so bring on the swag and show her, baby. I love his rice shaker, and his dog Boone and Tasha too. I love Troll Patrol, so here's another plug to be your sidekick, baby. I love Dave Neal, hit like an odd number and
Goodbye,
subscribe
everybody.
to me.
Oh my God.
Does he have like this swag?
Girl, she don't know.